Hey y'all, I am at the park waiting on the birthday girl to come. It's my niece's birthday, whoop, whoop. And it is also my mother's birthday. My mother's birthday is the 15th, and I know I came on, I think that was Saturday, saying that I would have this announcement that I would make on today or either Wednesday past. But you know what? I am going to wait. I'm going to wait. It's not complete, and although I could share it now, I don't want to rush it. And I'm also learning, like, especially now, allow things to go in its natural way. Now, granted, whenever you're doing a God thing, there's going to be a level of warfare that comes with that thing. That's cool. God already got it figured out. As a matter of fact, it ain't even my thing. So when things come up and there are certain things that delay the process, your girl is learning to lean in. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, my mother's birthday was the day. I thought it would have been a great way to honor her and sharing and making this announcement on today. However, it's just not fully complete. And before I share a thing halfway through, not that I'm aiming for perfection, what I am aiming for is that God's will be done. Okay, a lot of times when you're doing a God thing, there's a level of warfare. Baby, I was working on this since last year, and when I tell you the warfare did not stop. Now granted, I had to use this voice and I will continue to use this voice, but there are times where you just got to go through the process. There's no shortcuts to going through the process. When God tells you to do a thing, when God bring you to a thing, sometimes he will allow certain things to happen. Just recently, actually, we had a 3-day conference, The Awakening, with Pastor Lady J. And one of the speakers there, Pastor Jeff, I think that's how to pronounce his name, he actually was speaking on the process to the promise. And with that, it comes with testing, it comes with refinement, it comes with all the things that's going to build your character as you pursue the promises of God. And this is not actually a thing, this is truly a God thing. So with this, there was warfare all through and through. It's so much bigger than what you can see with your natural eye. I've been very intentional about posting this on either my birthday or my mother's birthday. But God had other plans. He allowed other things to take place. So in those moments, I have to pivot. But one of the beautiful things about this, y'all, it is so much bigger than the announcement. And I'm going to tell you, I got to share about God's love, because that's what it's really all about for me. And I want you to get comfortable with allowing God to share his love with you in ways that's even uncomfortable. I'm going to share a little bit about how my day went, right? First thing I did was I went by Dollar General to go get some snacks. I was walking in the store to get the snacks, and I was kind of like in a rush because I was like, okay, I got this amount of time that I need to maximize before I go pick the children up from school. Today is Friday. It's a busy day. I go walk into the store. I got a little pep in my step. Let me go in this store. So as I'm walking to the door, it's a young man that's coming towards the door. And he was like, you bet not touch that door. So in my mind, I was like, baby, I got things to do. But I was very humble to say, you know what, you're right. So I am in the store and got that pep in my step. And then as I'm crossing over to go towards the Gatorade, I almost bump into the same person. And he was like, no, you go ahead. I was like, you know what? No, this is my time to slow down. Like, no, you go ahead. This is my time to slow down. So from that point on, as I'm in the store, I'm walking at a slower pace now, because I'm like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. Let me slow down and just chill. It probably was that coffee too, because I had just left Starbucks and I was drinking that coffee. Now that I think about it, yeah. But anyway, let me finish sharing the story. So I go in the line, pay for the stuff, leave. Now I'm headed towards Two Notch because I gotta go get these products. Okay, so I've already slow paced it. I done slowed down a little bit. I see this train on the left of me, and I'm headed down the road, and I'm just like, okay, this train is on the left of me. Thank God I don't have to make no left turns. I'm headed on down. But y'all, let me tell you the most craziest thing, and this is how God speaks to me, but I love it so much. So I'm headed down the road, and right when I go to cross over to get on, or right when I go to make a left on Park Lane from Faro. If you ain't from Columbia, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. And if you're from Columbia, you probably still don't know what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to say is, the train was right beside me, heading in the same direction I was headed. I was heading this way on the road. They were headed this way on the railroad. So eventually, I would have had to, in order to go to Two Notch, I would have had to make a left. So that means that somewhere down, I might have ended up intersecting with the train. But here's the thing. By the time I made it down, made it where I had to make that left, the train, there was no train in sight. So apparently the train was still way back. Y'all ready for this? So I go to make that left, and as soon as I go to make that left, I'm looking, I'm like, okay, it ain't no train in sight, but mind you, I'm at a stop. In order for me to make that left, I have to wait till that light turn green. It's like 2 or 3 cars in front of me. Yo, when I tell you, it was no train in sight. Although I know a train is coming this way, it's nothing in sight. So when I go to make that left, the cars that were in front of me were able to cross over. But let me tell you the most craziest thing. As soon as it was my turn, there it was. We had to stop. Like what the thing's called when I was 2 cars away. 2 cars. But I had to stop. And with that, I was just like, initially I was like, oh, it got to be another way. For real, I was really trying to find another way to get to this location so that I could maximize time. But God was like, I don't know. I got better for you. I got greater for you. And before you get too far gone, let me stop you right now. And I love that so much about him. So his way of speaking to me and letting me know, like, no, I want you to go deeper when it comes to your patience. When it comes to your patience, there's some cultivating that I want to do within you, that you don't have to be anxious, girl. It was definitely the coffee. But either way, you don't have to be anxious of anything. Slow down. Slow down. So that was his love for me today. When these different things happen back to back, and that is sometimes how God speaks to me on this healing journey. That is something that I'm really, really learning. I've shared it before, and I'm gonna share it again. God speaks sometimes through repetition. Sometimes he's trying to get your attention. Sometimes he allows certain things to agitate you or frustrate you so that you can understand, like, oh wow, what's going on here? So you could pause and be like, you know, this is far-fetched. What's really going on? Because it started with me thinking that I was going to be able to share this announcement on today. Then there was a delay. And it was frustrating because I put a lot of intentionality in making sure that I was sharing it and making the announcement on a day that was special. However, I had to pivot. And then it was the rushing to get in the store and then having someone stop me and like, you better not touch this door. It just kind of was a reminder that, you know what, girl, you moving too fast. And I love that he loved me so much like that. Okay, I love that he loves me so much. It begins to be more than what was initially at hand, what the frustration was. We no longer even focused on the frustration. We focused on the healing, girl. We focused on the allowing God to really be all that he can be to us and for us. And so what do I do now? I'm like, okay, God, you want me to what? You want me to work on having more patience? So now I'm gaining all the information, all the knowledge. I'm meditating. One more thing. Apostle Bryant Meadows, he mentioned on the clip once, when doors open, it's an opportunity to grow your gift. When doors close, that is an opportunity to grow your character. Could have been said any better. So being that these doors closed, this door closed. Actually, the door open and closed. Actually, technically, okay, but no. So, but for real, when doors open, it's an opportunity to grow your gift. There were some doors open, and they're still open. However, there has to be a level of balance where not only is your gift growing, but your character must be developed as well. So I just thought that was beautiful that all of this was actually shared, things that I need to work on within myself. And I say all of that to say this. There won't be any announcement today. I'm okay with that. Hope y'all are okay with that. And if not, I don't know what to say. But something happened today that blessed me. I can say that. And also I want to leave you with this, something God shared with me this morning while I was getting the children ready for school. He was reminding me how those triggers that you have, those are invitations to heal from whatever trauma you faced. Those triggers, those moments of frustration that you experience, that it just have you all discombobulated. Now granted, if you can recognize that is a trigger, pat yourself on the mother freaking back, okay? And if you can't, it's okay. When you find those moments where you are highly offended or frustrated or whatever, take those moments to go to God. Take those moments to allow him to go do the work on your heart, because it is some building that he is wanting to do inside of you. It is some delivering. It is some healing. One of the things that my pastor say all the time, Pastor Bruce Robinson at City of Hope, he like to say, I pray that God allow that thing to agitate you or frustrate you. That's my prayer for you. friend. I pray that whatever healing that needs to take place, whatever deliverance that needs to take place, I pray that there is an agitation that pricks your spirit to where it's just like, you know what, let me place this at the Father's feet. Let me cast this care upon God. Let me allow God to renew my mind concerning this very thing, because it is so much bigger than what's at hand. A lot of times we look at the surface and we are afraid to go deep. Those things are rooted into something far more deep than we could ever imagine. And if you already have some language of what that looks like, then that is your invitation to allow God to continue to work. That's my prayer. Catch what y'all can catch up out of that. And I'm about to go celebrate my niece. Talk to y'all later. Bye.